Hey guys, Letter Magic here, and we've got a little bit different type of video today. I believe I've jumped into YouTuber drama maybe 4 times out of 3,600 videos, or 3,400, depending on what page you look at. It's a different number. Google doesn't know how to count. It's actually shocking. But then again, if you look at Microsoft Teams, Microsoft doesn't know how to make a basic IM client either, so... Yeah, so I've worked in IT since before college, during college, and after college. I've been watching Linus Tech Tips for probably 8, 9, 10 years. Actually, probably longer. And I got some bones to pick with them, especially lately. I've been wanting to make a video ripping him apart just out of nowhere probably 50 times over the last 5 years because it's just been getting worse and I can't stand him. And the fact that their channel keeps growing and they've got this crazy cult fanboy, group of like 1% obsessed people with their little parasocial, me and them are friends, I'm in the group, woohoo, crap that they promote. Man, but if there was ever time to do it, it's now. Ha ha, dogpile. Number 1 issue with Linus: how he treats his wife. I bet you didn't see that one coming. It's not even currently part of the controversy. Everybody seems to think that during that tech upgrade video, which go watch it and tell me I'm wrong, the one where it's literally a tech upgrade like for his wife, that just some of the stuff he says is just playing it up for the camera and haha, toxic relationship, haha. The way he's treated her live on the WAN show, it's not a thing. He's just like that. Here's how I know. On Channel Super Fun, they did a couple like candid camera things where they followed him around the house and used footage from his own security thing. They broke into his house and lived there for like 48 hours. It was hilarious because he actually didn't know. They didn't fake it. And then another Super Fun video where they just like replaced his assistant with somebody else. And some of the footage was him just acting the way he does when he's not, putting on a nice friendly face for the camera. And the way he treats his staff and just walking around with this pissy, whiny attitude all day, how everything's so bad and everything's so far behind and everything's so hard and he has so much work to do. And everything everybody does is wrong and it's not up to his standards. And then really, like, his standards are just, who cares? I don't want to put in any effort. He's still stuck in the like, oh, we're just filming from my garage. We're a tiny channel. Ha ha, how quirky. We're playing dress up, we're playing big company, look at us making a YouTube thing about this big review, and they've let that stick because it's just laziness. He is an immensely lazy person while also being a workaholic. So if you think that's contradictory, it's just kind of like he's very ADD. He has said that, but he also has like no self-control to fight it. Now, who am I to speak on that? Well, unsurprisingly, software engineer who likes Magic the Gathering and runs a YouTube channel. I'm on the autism spectrum, but if I really, really concentrate and go out of my way to fake it, I can pretend to be a normal person in a social environment. If I'm extremely exhausted, watch out. It all falls apart. But I've told people this, I'm a victim, I'm this title. I've internalized this thing that somebody on Twitter diagnosed me with, whether it's true or not. So everybody needs to treat me nicer and I need to play life on easy mode. I'm like, I don't like loud noises and surprises and people touching me. Let's put on a free hug shirt and go to a music festival. We're going to exposure therapy the crap out of this. Guess what I don't mind now? Those 2 things. Oh, I don't like loud noises randomly. Let's go to a giant neighborhood firework party. It's just, that's how I do things. So his whole, I can't concentrate. It must just be ADD. Oh, well, there's nothing I can do about it. No, you can rein it in. It's hard. Okay? Like, even somebody with severe Tourette's can, like, really concentrate, willpower their way to, like, diminish it 90% for a small amount of time before they just run out of willpower and energy and it just starts driving them nuts. You are in control to a certain extent. And the way I always say it is, okay, social situations don't come natural to me. That's just how my mental state is. Guess what? I can't paint either. But if you take somebody with 0 natural art talent or, like, 0 natural music talent, you could teach them to play an instrument. You could teach them to paint. You could just say, we'll do it exactly this way. Just because it doesn't come naturally doesn't mean you can't learn to do it. It's just harder. So if it's important to you, do it. Put in the effort. Stop playing the victim. Put on your big boy pants and constantly improve yourself instead of telling the whole entire world that they need to treat you differently. Okay? Oh, boo-hoo, you were dealt a bad hand. Well, too bad. Some people are born blind or like without legs. Like, shut up and fix your shit. But the whole, I'm so ADD and scatterbrained, but look what I accomplished. So it must be good enough. No, good enough would be not being a terrible person. So that's the roundabout way of saying, him saying I'm ADD and it's fine, and that's why I jump around in this and that, and we make mistakes, and our scripts are chaotic, and our live streams are chaotic. No, you run a business, okay? The thing that shocked me is like a former and I guess current small business owner and a YouTuber is when they're just like, oh, we got all the sponsored slides wrong for the WAN show for like the 4th time in a row. We forgot to put up the thing for dbrand. We got the wrong banner up. Oh, well, I'll just tell you the link verbally. They are paying him thousands of dollars. That is like $100,000+ contract per year from what I heard. Oops, we have 100 staff members and we forgot to make one little slide before one of the most popular podcasts in the entire world. Oops, we're so zany and wacky. Look how small we are. Oh, everything's just a hot mess. We just can't get our stuff together. And Linus is ADD and ooh, chaos. Ooh, look at us playing company. You're worth $100 million. That's what the last offer to buy their company was. Get your shit together. Now, why can't they do it? Is it bad employees? No, it's bad leadership. I know, I've worked in enough places like that. I just left a place like that. Unfortunately, it was a hospital. My God, am I never going there if I break something or die. I don't care. I don't care if I'm dying. I don't care if I get hit by a car in their parking lot. I'm going to be like, bring me to the one across town. Oh my God, and the place I worked before that was just like it. The CEO was a moron. Even his wife was giving him crap about his stupid decisions. He cost the company millions, and then I ended up leaving. They almost went bankrupt 4 times. I'm out. Bad leadership. The ironic part is their hiring department actually like really has it together. They go out of their way to attract the best and hire the best, and if they aren't, they get rid of them. Like, it is super strict and like, we are prestigious, we're going to do things right, and it's by the books, you do your job, or there's 100 people behind you ready to take your job. But the couple things I respect, I respect Linus in a couple other ways, it's just he needs to fix this portion of him. Generally, I had a positive outlook on him until about the last 2 years. It was like, I like him, but he needs to fix this. And then it was like, I like him, but seriously, this is getting old. To now, it's just like, okay, now you're just going to self-destruct. You're just an idiot. So the way he treats his staff, the way he treats his wife, the way he treats everybody, the way he talks about even parenting, how he parents his kids, it's atrocious. Some of the time. The worst thing I have ever heard him say was that he disinvited people to Thanksgiving, or whatever the hell they do in Canada, eat a bunch of Canadian Bacon Day or whatever it is, because the family members weren't vaccinated. He is so far left, and he knows he's smarter than this to keep politics out of it, but you know those lefty idiots who always think they're right and never research anything because I'm so busy being rich. I just have time to skim headlines. I don't have time to like see if everything is true. I'm just going to take what mass media shoves down my throat. And in Canada, multiply that by 10 on the liberalometer because they shut everything else down. He has constantly made like offensive political takes. And then the worst thing is they made a PC for Hassan Abi, the most toxic person for the youth right now on the internet in the entire world, maybe next to Tana Mojo. Where she's like, haha, Logan Paul and drugs, woo, do what I do. I'm almost too high on Xanax to make this video. Monetize this YouTube, woo, 20 million subs. Hassan Abi is a lying, hypocritical, I just lie for views, delusional moron, communist socialist living in a giant mansion and taking donations and sponsorships from stupid 12-year-olds while telling them, yay, communism, good. Yay, socialism, we need free stuff. What, Mr. Beast gave free operations to people so they could see? How dare he? This is the worst thing ever. Yeah, that Hassan Abi. They did zero research, or he just did it to antagonize people. So that brings me to my next point about what I can't stand about him. Besides the worst of the worst, like I said, disinviting his own family members because they didn't get a vaccine for something that they themselves came out and said. The company who made them said this does not help stop the spread of it. It only helps you get better faster and not die from it. A factual statement that got buried by the media when literally Pfizer's own CEO or rep said it. Live on CNN, they said it. What an idiot. I get it. He has a company, works way too many hours because he's a workaholic, but he's also too lazy to do everything right. And that combination, like I said, is ADD. It's, I'm doing this and then I get 70% done. I want to move on to something else. Okay, we should do this. I've got 5 ideas. Let's do 4 of them. Okay, let's do this. Okay, let's rush, do it. I don't know. It would take a lot of effort to do this correctly. Oh, we did it wrong in the first place. Just publish it. We've got to make X amount of videos per day. And I sincerely believe him when he says it's not about money, at least not in his pocket. He grew up poor. He worked some crap jobs for crap companies, and now he runs his company like he wants to do the opposite. And I can respect that. But his stupid, pissy, worsening attitude is so annoying and so not welcome there. So just like yesterday, There's this girl named Madison. If you saw her on a couple videos that she was on briefly when she worked there, she was unbearable and everybody hated her. She was like the idiot Zoomer 20-year-old who's too lazy to do anything, doesn't know anything about tech. And she just came out exposing Linus because her job was to make 3 tweets a day and like 1 Instagram post and like a video. Oh no, she has to work. She's one of those too lazy to work, entitled idiots who thinks that that's what the real world is like. I don't even know how she got that job, and then she left. So, yeah, I don't necessarily believe what she says, but some of the stuff we've seen Linus act exactly like that on video that when he doesn't know he was being filmed for Channel Super Fun. I can't believe he let that footage go out. I really don't. I mean, even just like at home with his kids, like, everything is just whiny, like in a fog. I'm so grumpy. And like I said, he didn't know he was being filmed. That's how you know it's real. How the hell did he let that footage go out? I would hate to be his wife or kids. Living with that guy, it would drive me insane with that stupid attitude. I've known tech people like him. That's why it drives me nuts. I went to school with one, and my first job I worked was with one where everything is bad, everything against me. And I'm just too cool to be happy. But it's not even putting on an act now at this point. He just is. He is very depressed. He's on a lot of meds. He says it. Whatever meds they are now, they just put him in a fog and he just does whatever and he just doesn't care anymore. It's very clear after he openly admitted that he's on new meds and seeing a psychiatrist, but a Canadian private or public, who knows, psychiatrist. Yikes. You want to see a lefty that'll screw up your head even more and just pump pills into you instead of talking to someone who you should. Like a pastor, for example. Don't even get me started. But yeah, ever since then, his attitude has completely changed. It's gotten way worse. You're unhappy because you're a terrible person and you're not addressing it. It's that simple. It's that simple. People never want to hear that anything negative is like a trait of theirs. Nothing is ever their fault, and they're perfect to a certain extent that they're happy with, and nothing can shatter that. But most people get over that by the time they're like 13. Like that stupid little kid crap. That like, what do you mean you could jump higher than me off the playground equipment? How dare you? Getting all heated over it. Like, no, I'm perfect. I don't need to improve anything about myself or the way I treat people or the way I do this or the way I study or the way I perform or anything. I'm perfect. I'm good enough. Most people finally realize, no, I'm not. I got to work. There are people better than me. If I want to make money, I got to put in the effort. It's the marshmallow test. Go look it up. The world is full of stupid, obnoxious marshmallow test failures in their 20s these days. I blame crap parenting, liberals, and the internet. Sometimes all 3 of them are the same person. So this Madison person came out and kind of blew the whistle. It's clear that she really just cannot work a job. She's too lazy and entitled, but I think there's a little bit of truth in some of the stuff she said. And a bunch of stupid, like, pervy bro dudes is the last thing I'm going to bring up about this. He hires people like him. And people like him make stupid, inappropriate, middle school, dumb, like 90s MTV humor, shock jock crap jokes. And that gets his big wide smile because he knows he made people uncomfortable. And haha, look at him brave enough to make this stupid raunchy joke live in front of, 30,000 people. He just absolutely loves it. It seems like the only thing that makes him happy is that and trolling people. Shocker, they hired other people that are okay with those types of jokes and working in that environment. And then according to her, which I don't know if she made it all up. Look, her outlook on work is complete crap and she doesn't know what the hell she's saying. But if some of the stuff the other staff did to her is true, then maybe they should stop hiring stupid, obnoxious frat bro dudes who are like the typical, like, stupid geek making raunchy humor all the time, because geeks are just like that. Haha, inappropriate tech guy stereotype. Whoa. And yeah, no morals on the left. Shocking that he would hire people just like him who can put up with that crap. Somebody finally has enough and can't take it, even though she's the problem. And then you're surrounded by people who don't do their job properly. Probably because they're sick of working with you and your stupid attitude and you whining about everything. And it's not being a perfectionist. It's not I want the end quality to be good because, well, as you can see, that's the controversy right now is their end quality is not good because everything's just rush. The only, motion is full speed ahead or whatever the saying is. And then they make mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake. And then it's like, well, we could reshoot it. We could do this. We could make sure it's perfect. It's good enough. We have like 50 million subs. Whatever. We must be doing something right. We're the biggest. Do we have to be better? Who do we have to be better than? Somebody with less subs? Who cares? We're making money. Let's just keep going. If we make more videos, we make more money. And now, like I said, I know Linus doesn't care about having more money in his pocket. Like, what would he spend it on? He's like a based, grew up poor dude, not a I need more money because more is more, type of like rich kid. I do respect that, but I think he's constantly obsessed with like, what if the channel fails? And that's why they're diversifying. They got the labs going on, all that. He's a smart business dude. Like when he just sits down and thinks he's a smart dude, he's not stupid. But he needs to get his crap together and start treating people properly. And stop hiring obnoxious bro dudes who are just inappropriate, stupid, just fratty, obnoxious idiots. But, kind of part B of what I wanted to say about like the whole Linus trolling people and thinking it's funny to make raunchy jokes and say inappropriate things about and to his wife, about and to female employees and other stuff. Now, I'm not even saying allegations. He did this live. He did this in videos. And if he's like, oh, we're just playing a bit, like ask him about the underwear shoot and how uncomfortable that was. And yet he thought it was a good idea because the only, speed is full speed ahead. Who cares? We're going to make mistakes, but if you're not moving forward, you're standing still, which is moving behind, or whatever that other stupid saying is. Well, in the what do the employees really think of Linus video, which he agreed to, and I bet at this point, literally this week, it's not true, he agreed to not watch it. I actually do believe he didn't watch it. All of the employees said, like, they agreed that he is never going to watch it. Now you can say what it's really like working there. And they're like, he's really scatterbrained, you got to rein him in, and the pace is ridiculous. I'd rather do quality than quantity, but that's not how our company's philosophy is. Like 5 people said that, and it cannot possibly be more true. I mean, even Linus said, oh, short circuit, we just pump out like 10 of those a day. They're so easy. I wish I could do nothing but those. Because he's lazy and ADD and can't commit to a project. And yet up until recently, he was running the show. So they keep diversifying, making more channels and more this and more that. And man, and the guy has such a big ego. That's another one I forgot to throw in, but like, if you accuse him of making a mistake, he goes full Mark Rosewater and just, no, you're all wrong. I'm right. There's parts you don't know. Oh, it's just the loudest, angriest 1% that's always going to hate watch my content. He just cannot hear legitimate criticism and separate it from the, stupid, angry 12-year-old trolls who watch his channel and just want to be edgy and are angry at everything all the time. Probably because they have a parent like him. So do I think he's ever going to change? Well, people can't stand the WAN show because he will go off on a tangent for 25 minutes about his personal life or some dumb, stupid individual little topic because he thinks every little word he has to say is absolute gold. Very, very big trapping for popular YouTubers to fall into, and it will eventually crush them. If they don't fix it and edit tighter and just stick to it. But him live? Well, you can't edit live. So they constantly joke about, what, we're an hour in and we only covered 2 topics? How did this happen? And he's trolling people. And then he gets his big grin. Ha, I annoyed people, huh? So he's got this obsession with just, like I said, trolling people, but it's not just that. It's like a deep pathological issue that goes back to how he admits and other people from his high school have said he acted in high school. They said he was the biggest jerk, so annoying. It was like Linus now ramped up to 11 and they could not stand him. So all he got good at was hiding it. He didn't change as a person. So I have met people like him. I know, my own brother. Absolute, like, psychologically pathological level of wanting to just taunt people and tease people and annoy them and get a reaction. And they're just obsessed with it. They can't stop. Now, like I said, some dumb 10-year-olds are like that, but they grow out of it because they realize, oh, everybody hates me. I should act differently. Well, he's got FU money, and look at all the success of our channel. So anybody saying something bad about it must be wrong because we're the biggest. So we're the best. I don't know how or why they're the biggest. I don't know, SEO... because the other channels are too wordy, like Gamers Nexus. God, edit your shit down like 50%. Paul's Hardware, your jokes are twice as bad as his and everybody hates you. I'm not going to put on a bunch of like inappropriate crap at work and somebody overhear the garbage spewing out of your mouth. Thank you very much. Can you be a little professional maybe? There are no good tech YouTubers. If you gave me 3 months and a budget like his, I would crush them overnight. They'd be done. Because it'd be professional, it'd be at a proper pace, and everything would be done perfectly. If it's not perfect, we're reshooting it. Or perfect enough that it's within the realm of something we can fix. If there's a benchmark that shows 300% performance increase and you don't catch that might be a little suspicious and that your testing methodology might have been wrong, then you shouldn't be making tech content, or at least at the rate that you currently are. So they've watched Linus go full workaholic, full steam ahead, make stupid decisions, make just giant PR blunders, I guess you would say. Gaffes is what I was looking at. He's basically a gaff generator. But then he doubles down and triples down on it because, nobody can penetrate his ego. Look at all the money and subs he has, so everybody's wrong. They're just haters. They're not real fans. I'm going to go listen to people kissing my ass on Twitter. Yeah, nice little cult of obsessed weirdos you got there. So am I saying he should step aside? I'm 50-50 on it. I don't think one is better than the other. If he stays, cool, money, he could clean it up, they could rein him in, he's been replaced as CEO, good. If he leaves, there goes probably 3 million subs, but my God, would the content improve with him not being involved? And that's what he doesn't realize. So that's what I got to say about it. I just, I've been watching him long enough that I wanted to voice some of the stuff that's more ongoing, more of a pattern, and more proven. Not just suspected, not just one person saying it, although I did bring that up. Like, the ongoing progressive thing. I've watched 90% of their main channel content for like a decade. Every second of it, except for some WAN shows where I just could not possibly listen anymore or had something better to do with my life than watch him talk about vapid nonsense and his stupid, clueless, out of touch tech and liberal takes. And the last thing I gotta say is their channel, everybody who works in professional IT, so in other words, nobody who works there, just wants to reach to the screen and slap them about 1 in every 4 videos. I have built more computers than Linus. I can say that with absolute certainty. And the number of them with liquid cooling was 0, because the correct number of computers with liquid cooling is 0. Why? Because liquid electronics don't go well together. You can't tell when the pumps fail. You're just going to cool it with a fan and air and metal anyway. And if you overclocked an already 300 watt chip, then you're an idiot, and there is nothing on the planet that could safely cool it. You're just buying overpriced sparkly crap, which they've been pushing on everybody. He's such a complete and utter brand princess and doesn't know where, like, the common man builds an average to high-end affordable computer. He doesn't even know what that is, which is funny because that's how he grew up, was building, like, mediocre shit boxes. But the corporate IT, my God, do those people not have any idea what they're doing? They don't know how companies do things. It's like watching a pro Magic player try to tell the community how to have fun in their own play group at an FNM. You are from a different planet. We might play the same game, but that's where that ends. We're playing it in 2 completely different ways. And you don't know what the hell you're talking about, so go stay in your lane, stay in your little universe there, thanks. The way they set up their own infrastructure is stupid. The way they talk about certain products is stupid. They don't have a grasp on how the common man builds or uses a computer at all in a work or personal environment. But that's not what gets clicks and views. It's giant, super expensive, dumb crap. And he will deny it up and down and be like, no, we don't only do unrealistic high-end stuff. Here's 1 or 2 examples of us not doing it because somebody forced me to. They lost 100,000 subscribers in one day, and I didn't think that was going to happen. I thought they'd maybe lose 1,000. Their fans are so annoying, and where else are you going to go? All the other tech channels suck. So just to find out what's going on in products and get the news quickly, do I have to suffer through the stupid perverted writers and the stupid garbage delivery from their stupid narrator? I guess I'll have to put up with it. But if anybody has alternatives that are like bearable, let me know. I don't care how big or small they are. I just care how professional and accurate they are. I think I'm done with their crap. That's for damn sure. So yeah, I suggest you actually do unsubscribe. If they lost 1 million subs over this, where people are like, you know what? They have a point. It's kind of like finally canceling Netflix, where you're like, nah, this is the final straw. I really don't use it. Cuties was the line. Some statements from the CEOs were the line. This show, that show. I went 2 months without watching it. Nah, I'm finally going to pull the trigger. I think people were like right on the verge. A lot of their fan base hates them, and I think they're just like, you know what? I don't need them. So if that's you, yeah, unsub. So back to Magic content after this. So thanks for watching. Giovanni, your dog does look like Gilbert Gottfried. I don't care what you say, and you can't deny it. And I'll see you guys next time.